Hello streetwear brand owner, I'm Elijah Delport and we are doing a brand breakdown today. The brand we're looking at has more than 1.3 million followers on Instagram. They've been the talk of the town in Europe, in Australia, in the States. They've done collaborations with Nike and they represent what I think is a big change for the streetwear industry, where these small guys are now moving up and collaborating with some really large brands. They are, of course, Coreiz. They are Coreiz. And look, it even took me a minute to be able to create this brand breakdown because I didn't have access to their account. They have a private Instagram account and you have to request to follow. And so, yeah, I had to request and it took me a minute and I only just got access. But I've had a little look and I have some great things, some great ideas to present to you that Coreiz is doing in order to build a community that's crazy. It's awesome. And look, the first thing, like scrolling through their page, what I notice is it's a lot of product, which usually I like to avoid because it's very difficult to build a community if you're just posting your product. Very few brands can do it well. However, I believe Coreiz is one of the brands that is doing it well because even though it's not so in your face, that it's a more subtle brand message, it is still there. There is still a brand message. Now, let's start at the top. Coreiz rules the world. They have this movement that they're starting, and it comes in this catchphrase that Coreiz rules the world. Now, this links into the next thing that I want to say, and I'm going to tell you how it links soon. Have a look at all the posts. There is a very particular demographic that they're capturing in all of the posts. Right? Look at this demographic. It's represented through the people, who they are, how they look, where they are situated. Look at this rust in the background. You've got the jungle. And in one of the previous posts I just showed you, look at this. It looks like slums almost, right? This is in the hood. This is in the hood. Let's have a look at some more. In the city, but downtown, walking his dog, there's rebellion. There's a sense of rebellion in all of the posts that they're posting people of color, young people, both men and women, and in regular street areas. Again, this is the hood. And they do not deviate from this brand imagery. Look, all of it, again, the rust, the brick walls. This is very much, there's nothing about this that is high status individuals or high class individuals. In fact, a lot of the imagery, they're representing stereotypes of low socio-demographic cultures. And the amazing thing about this is that they're juxtaposing that image that they represent and do not deviate from in all of their brand messaging and all of their imagery with this catchphrase, Coreiz rules the world. What this is a minority group that's being represented and being elevated and supported and given power by a brand like Coreiz. So they're reflecting the identity of those who are inside of this low socio-economic demographic in London is a big one. And yes, I think because I believe they're a London brand. So anyone who's grown up in the hood resonates with this brand because of the imagery. They recognize the imagery and there's a familiarity about it. The faces that they show. And they have taken it another level. Coreiz has taken it to the next level with this catchphrase, Coreiz rules the world. It gives these people power. It gives a minority group power that they didn't previously have. And so this is exactly what Coreiz is doing, and it's a very intentional strategy because you'll continue to notice they do not deviate from this brand image. So even like look at this. I mean, I hadn't even seen these, but like this is a man who's interacting with, I mean, the beginning of that was really powerful. The beginning of this video, he's interacting with what would be a high class individual. He's wearing a suit. He's a working class man. He's older. And look, no interaction back. That's super powerful because this is the rebellion against the working class. And this is massive for their brand because there's people that deeply resonate with this message. A lot of brands, when they go out to create an aesthetic like this, they believe it's just an aesthetic. And so they say, hey, look, I'm going to go out and I'm going to, like Coreiz, like all we see is just this beautiful and very concise aesthetic. And so we're going to say, all right, we're going to use black and white images, and we're going to use a bit of grunge in there, and we're going to use film grain, and we're going to use, downtown city imagery. That's step 2. Step 1 is going all the way back before you even think about aesthetic, is thinking about what is the message you want to share. And in the case of Coreiz, it's all about elevating the hood culture, elevating the rebellious of society. That is the messaging that they started with, and from that they extract the aesthetic that comes with that. They didn't start at the aesthetic because aesthetic is point 2. And so I encourage you, please start at your brand messaging. Don't start at the aesthetic. And this is the power of Coreiz, and this is how they're creating such a cult following and a movement behind their brand and a community, and this is the power of community. Okay, that's all for this brand breakdown. I do stuff like this all the time. I'm making posts every day to this place, which is my community. We've got 92 streetwear brand owners in this community, and this is a great place to network. And on top of that, you also get access to the streetwear marketing course on top of the brand breakdown. So in the streetwear marketing course, there are a number of lessons, 7 lessons, 8 videos, all about how to turn your side hustle into a full-time career with marketing. How to implement the similar strategies as Coreiz is, as Nike is, as Adidas is, as Patagonia is. All of these brands that we know and love. And it's 100% free. There's a link below this video where you can go ahead and join for free, and I will be seeing you on the inside. And I think you're really going to find value in this. So thanks for watching this brand breakdown, and I'll see you for another.